And it is showtime. I am your host, Scott Frost. We're at the 2026 Derby City Classic. This is round 8 of the Bank Pool Division. And I think you guys are already pretty familiar with these two players. Fedor Gorst versus Joshua Filler. Filler wins the lag. This is, like I said, Bank Pool round 8. No kisses, combinations, or caroms. The first 5 clean banks to their pocket that's called will win the rack. And it is winner break. Couple of big-time gunslingers here, but contrasting styles to the fullest, in my opinion. Fedor, a very mechanical, robotic player. Some of the best fundamentals on earth, in my opinion, as far as consistency is concerned, even though he's had a little bit of a questionable season, I guess you could say, but so hard to win at the highest level all the time. Whereas Joshua Filler, outside of AJ Manis, I think is the most naturally talented player to ever grace a pool cue. Who do you guys have in this match? And once again, it is a race 2-3. And the table is open, but there's nothing to look at. He was dry here, which is pretty odd. You never see Filler break dry with standard pockets. Is he going to go twice with the blue 2? This is real aggressive early because he could just do something with the 1, keep him on the top rail and kind of trap him for the future. So this is pretty surprising. He must feel real comfortable about it. Watch out behind you, Fedor. All right, twice to the right middle. Want to let this ball turn over off the second rail. Oh my, take it easy for your starter, Mr. Gorst. And notice the speed at which he hit it. He allowed that second rail to act true. Didn't get quick. That sends a message, but he landed in a funny place. And that's kind of why I was wondering if it was worth it to even take that shot on. But then again, his opponent wouldn't have had a lot either. Just an awkward table, the way these balls lay. I'm assuming the 6 isn't clear to the right side. The 5 to the lower right is what it will be, but he's got to protect against the 1 in doing that. Is he going to just draw this and try and hold out towards the center? What a great hit this was. Well, the adjustment from the big table to the 9-foot doesn't seem to have affected him much. He has earned these first 2. Make it the first 3. Notice the speed at which he hit it. That's what an elite bank pool player will do, especially when they're trying to shorten the ball up. Most people think you have to hit it with power to shorten the ball up. It's the opposite. The easier you can hit it and still manipulate the angle, the more time the object ball has to take. John Brumback, the greatest in my opinion of all time, taught me this about 2 decades ago. Is he looking to 2-rail the 8 in the right side here and just stop the cue ball? Okay, he's going to the corner now. going to be the 7. I don't believe the 8's... Is the 8 playable to the upper right? I don't believe the 8's playable. Okay, he's going to the upper right with the... I don't know exactly what he's doing, I'll be honest. Okay, that ball went off the table. The 3 went in, and that's the reason I didn't know what he was doing for sure, because I felt like he really had to manipulate the bend line there to make that ball in the upper right. Take another look, and that's how much power he used there. And the 8 dispersing from the black diamond. Now, is that a foul? Potentially, I think in one pocket, if a ball comes off the table, it is a foul. I do not know in bank pool. Well, it made the 3 in the side, yes. So I guess it's not a foul because there's no coin up and Gorst 2 to the good. There's 7 on the table. He had a lot of topspin on that ball, and that's why the 8 left the table. I mean, big power, a lot of topspin. I'm not saying you can't shorten a ball up with power. Of course you can. But you can do it easier and mo better if you hit it a little softer. Yeah, really here, I don't think you can get it past the 7. This is just all cue ball. Yeah, like I said, both players undefeated. Fedor beat Josh Roberts last night here on the stream. Gorst beat Billy Thorpe 3-0 as well. On to the upper right. He's caught this real heavy. I don't believe he want to crash into those balls. And Fedor got a wide open look to the right side or the lower right corner on the 5 or the 6. I don't think the 1's got him on the 6, but he likes the 5. Pretty aggressive there from Gorst. Yeah, that could prove damning, real damning. Cross side on the 1. That's short by a country mile. Can he get into the center of the bottom of the cue ball here to hold the 6 up to the upper left? I don't think so. Seven actually a problem because you can't get up table with the cue ball. So he's got to find something tricky to leave him in no man's land. Yeah, that's the biggest ball you want to protect against. You'd ideally like to double Fedor up on the 3 and 6 so he can't go to the upper left corner with anything. I think the 1's impeding the cue ball path. If you want to shoot the 6. He's going to probably do something fairly simple here. This is what Gorst is great at. He did leave the 6, which is a bit surprising. Must have left him intentionally in a line that's real awkward. to the upper left. Yeah, what a special treat this is, by the way, in my opinion. Both of these guys, elite players on the tour. Maybe a little teased at the moment on the green 6, feeling like maybe he could cross it or stiff it to the upper left. I think that's exactly what Gorst wants. Yeah, he's going to play a two-way and just try and tuck the cue ball down. Pretty dangerous. So you don't get him directly below the 1. If he shoots the 7, or he doesn't get him directly below the 7 if he shoots the 1, this could be an issue. So he's going to the upper right now with the 1, which I think is a big pocket and a good decision. Yeah, he's just caught it too thick. And I know he knows in the back of his mind you've got to play to overcut that. Probably going to be the green 6 here. To the upper right. Could go to the upper left. Is the stretch just too far for Gorst? Get your pass at xpool.live to watch all the stream tables. Wow, how close was that to catching a piece of the 1? It didn't, and it fell. Gorst playing for 2. The 6 definitely plays to the upper left. Does it play to the lower right? Does the 9 play to the lower right? It will be the upper left. If he shoots. Yeah, just trying to figure out exactly where he'd like to finish with the cue ball here. That's just short. This is what we have seen a lot of. If they miss it, it seems to be short. Even with the softer speed, I think that's a good sign for the diamond table. With the newer cloth, it's playing much more true. Cross corner 1. Got to catch it pretty heavy. So we might connect with the 7 here. Coming out. Yeah, exactly what happened. Yeah, nice strike there. 2 back-to-back great hits. Both players playing for 2. And this is a bit of a guess factor. You just don't exactly know how this ball's going to react off the long rail. So he will be gambling just a bit. Of course, it's going to be close, but probably short if he misses it. Yeah, just short. That's just, common because in the back of his mind, he doesn't want to play it long and leave the cross corner. Even though he has left the cross corner. Gorst will be all too aware you can catch this too thick, so that's worst case scenario. You want to play to overcut this ball. It's going to turn. Fedor did the same thing on the 1 earlier. Really thin. Does not want to make the 9. Yeah, I don't know actually how much that hurt him. I think Josh can whiffle this into the cross corner upper left. The way these tables are playing, typically when that ball's on the spot line, it's very tough to shorten it up past the side. Yeah, I like it straight back to the lower right. If he ends up taking it on, will be the purple 4. So far, so good. Getting our money's worth. You'd like to think that 9 will shorten up to the upper left corner, but it's just a little dangerous. Going to the lower right here. Short again. This is traditionally what's happening. This will play to the lower left, and that will be where he plays it. Big match here, right, for both of these guys, especially for what they're trying to earn. We know that both of them are trying to win one title in this event, and that is the master of the table. Because if they do that, they've done well in all 3 events. Wiped its feet to the top side of the pocket, but he got it down very well. Going to the same corner. Seven ball is not in play. Nobody better at leveling out with a high cue ball. There is nobody better on the planet than Fedor Gorst. It's due to the backhand. He is so good with the backhand. Well, I said the 7 wasn't in play, but clearly a mishit there. He would never have shot at it if it was in play. Obviously, if he hits it right. Yeah, short again. Just avoided the kiss. Like that cue ball to get to the top rail. Just so everybody knows, this is all we have to work with. The camera angles are set in stone. Doing the best we can with the tools we've got. Well, you could consider four-railing the 9. These guys like that shot, but the 7 in the path of getting a free cue ball. So really eyeing down 7 ball with an inside ball here, trying to check it to the right corner. I don't believe it goes, so he's just going to lag. Well, it seemed pretty firm. Did he get him in the kiss? Yeah, that was by design. Gorst wanted to get the cue ball down a little bit. That's why he used the speed he did to try and get him in the kiss position on the 9. Fedor off the 7 and put him up top. Still pretty dangerous to do that. Fedor playing for 1. This part of the game, you've got to tip your hat to Gorst. Yeah, you got to protect the 9 here. Would have loved that cue ball to finish on the top rail. Yeah, so look at what he's called here to the upper left. He's going to use pace. Really all going to be the cue ball. He's going to wrap it around 1, 2, 3 to the top rail. He's going to use quite a bit of pace, I believe, so that the 9 gets up and away. I'm shocked at the pace he hit this ball. Fedor actually plays that shot with speed oftentimes, and if it goes long, it gets up and away. So I'm really surprised at that. Nowhere near the mark. Down to 1. This ball, I believe, crosses to the lower right. It's a thin snip. And they are 4.5-inch pockets. So he's choosing the 3-railer. Much more guesswork this way. It really does cross to the lower right because you see the froze. The ball's not frozen. Yeah, that's way long. Just too much guesswork going 3 rails. I am shocked at a couple of these decisions. I mean, I'm not against them, obviously. They're at the table. Two ways you can play this 7. You can play it to the lower right. You might not have the best cue ball. The lower left, you can control the pace a little bit more. And the object ball, yeah. And so he's going to the lower left. And that looks like Swisher Sweet. Fedor Gorst, game number 1. He was really always in control of that game until right at the very end. This is a race to 3. Neither player has a loss. I am your host. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you get a chance, share. Support xpool.live as well. You can get your pass there. You can watch any table you would like here at the Derby City Classic. Big snowstorm, about a foot of snow from what I hear. Freezing cold temperatures. I couldn't make it. 2 sets of flights to get there were canceled. .540 players kicked the bank pool event off. And this is a title that's always eluded me. It's such a tough tournament to win, especially back in the day. I feel like it was even stacked a little bit more. Been close a few times, but just never was able to get it. In any event in this format, the 9-ball, the banks, the 1 pocket, extremely tough to win. You got to win 15 rounds. Playing the 3 in the lower right. Wow, the 3 went way low. And 1 caught the top point. What are the odds of Joshua Fedor and Fedor Gorst both breaking 9-ball on a 4.5-inch pocket table, racking your own, and breaking dry? Yeah, going to the lower left here. Cross side. Yeah, got to look towards the future. What's next? Just short. Yeah, I believe it's the 4 to the upper left here. Can play the 6 past the 4 as well. Either one. Heck, the 7 might even go to the upper left. It's going to be the 4. Yeah, never a doubt. Fedor leading 2 balls to 1. Really all offense with these guys. That's spectacular. Very tough to judge at that speed. Gorst clearly had plenty of table time here to know how they're reacting. I know that shot looked really easy, right? But anytime you're decelling with the cue ball and just kind of rolling the ball, trusting everything, it's not easy. We know this ball will shorten up. He's playing the 7 to the upper right. Saw SVB here last match. Missed a lot of them short. Yeah, it looked like he just kind of used a flat ball there. Does the 8 bank past the 9? He's acting as if it does. Now this is one that I think the easier you hit it, the more it will shorten up, meaning you can still hit it at a stun pace, but you just don't need to pound it. Yeah, look at that. What a great pace as well. Clean as a whistle. Now to the right side. The orange 5. He is going to play position here, drawing back. This is easy hit short. Nicely done. Fedor playing for 2. It's going to be the 9 to the lower right. Nothing but net, playing for 1. It's going to come around and check. Always a good thing. Yeah, once again, guys, xpool.live. Get your pass there. You can watch any table, but you can also watch the main TV table. kind of in between here. Just landed pretty awkward, to be fair. Can't get away from a kiss on the 7 to the upper left. Yeah, I'm trying to sniff something out. Can he go like just bank the 7, 1, 2, 3 to the lower right? No, I don't believe so. The 6 is in the way there. Is he just going to roll on top of the 6? Yeah. Can't blame him. He didn't want that gap there. He'd like to have parked right on the 6. I think Gorst can lengthen this out past the 4 to the lower right. Yeah, so he did not want that gap. That could prove to be disaster, to be honest. I think he kind of forgot exactly where he needed to be and just kind of rolled it. This lays nicely. All or nothing here. Look at this ball lengthen out at the soft pace. I really didn't think it would lengthen out, though. It's been holding well, so maybe he put a touch of right spin on it to throw the 6 down just a touch. So maybe the angle was a bit misleading to him as well. It looked pretty natural. Cross corner does not want to touch the 6 here. Good cue ball. Yeah, it's going to be the 4. That way he can get the cue ball up and away. 6 in a troubled position, so that does not help Fedor's case. He might choose a different shot if the 6 was off the rail. He would consider the 9. But here he's forced to play the cross on the 4. Yeah, very low again. He's not happy with that outcome and really just caught the 4 too thick. That's why the cue ball finished out in the middle. Playing for 1 at the upper left, but needs to bury it. Short. These guys have played a lot of matches. You've got to know that ball's coming short. And look at this. Well, this is however he wants to play it. I feel like the 4 banks past the 6 to the lower left as well in the future. He could just wrap around this lower left corner with an inside ball, banking the 9. See what he's got up his sleeve. Yeah, so it is the wraparound. Did he get out enough for the upper right? He has. Yeah, Fedor having some closing issues. Long way from over, though. Can he go forward and do something with the 6 as well in the same inning here? potentially maybe carom the 6 into the corner, making the 4 in the upper right. I don't know. I mean, I'm not there. I don't know the line for sure. But an extreme inside ball tells me that he might be able to edge the 6. Or just jiggle it loose would be ideal. Unless he thinks he can lay on the bottom rail here, just left of the diamond. He's going to make it. Now what? This was always the question. Sure, you can go 3 rails to the right side pocket if you hate money. I believe he was checking to see if the ball was frozen. It looks to be on ice if you ask me, but once again, I'm not there. And what do? Just edge it and try and lay him up in the upper left corner here? Tricky. Very tricky. I thought he might try and disturb the 6, but he avoided it with an outside ball on the last shot. Razor thin, very cute, Mr. Gorst. Very cute. This is touchy. Can you just lay it up or wedge it up into the corner here? One, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's good. Oh, now look at this. The paper clip. Now what? Can you go into the point? Is it frozen? If it is, you can't go into the point. All right, and that's what Fedor has just called. So now you've either got to make it or somehow double kiss the cue ball back to the point. He's going to make it. The speed looks pretty sweet, to be fair. I'll tell you what, from there, pretty juicy. Pretty juicy. Well, I don't know too many guys that go to the upper right here. Fedor Gorst is one guy that can do it. Fundamentals are so good. He's so still off the ball. I know I, for one, would be going to the upper left and many others. Gorst playing for one to the upper right. It was going to be short all along. It was extremely tough. And the decision to go to the upper right could prove fatal. Yeah, we got action, folks. We are all tied up at 1. It is a race to 3. It is Fedor's break, and he is on the board. Do us a favor. Go to Redbirds TV as you are. Like, share, and subscribe. Greatly appreciate you. And like I mentioned, and I'll keep mentioning it, xpool.live if you're just joining us. That's where you can get your TV table pass and the pass for all the other tables. Looking to make the 6 in the lower left, the 1 on the left side. How about both of them? How about everything? Well, let's just make 4 on the break and come away with one little look-see. It'll be the blue 2 to the upper right. The 1 down, the 6 down, the 8 down, the 3 down. And Josh said, what do I have to shoot? It's going to be the blue 2 to the upper right. 4 balls will spot when this inning is over. There are still 5 out there that he could break and run. Yeah, I saw a little hiccup in the stroke, which I don't know that I've ever seen from Josh. This has actually turned out okay, I believe. 4 coming up. Yeah, is he looking at the 4 to the upper left? Can you get the cue ball out and away, though? Boy, you've got to catch it pretty thick to avoid the 2. This takes a good hit here. Oh, he straight gambled. Yeah, he thought he was going to get past the side. He caught the point on the front side of it. Well, sometimes you've got to gamble. This man is in go mode. He's feeling well. Going to the upper left with the blue 2. Goodness gracious, he actually hit it so sweet. Josh gave him his flowers. Just going to roll this in. I would not try to get too cute with the corner hook. There's no real value there. Well, I take it back. It's Josh Fedor. And there is value. I just feel like Fedor can 2-rail kick out of the lower right corner and just flick these balls over. Cue ball go up to the upright side. Maybe he's got him completely snookered from the right long rail. Or maybe Fedor doesn't know the shot. Yeah, he just took a peek at the lower right corner, so he's going to roll out. That shot is there once again. You can kick 2 rails out of the lower right corner. The cue ball will flick the 2, 6, 1, one of those balls, and just send up to the upper right. What he did here is actually more difficult. But if you don't have experience in playing that kick, then you don't really know what's happening. More often than not, though, it comes out smelling like a rose. I think Shane Van Boening and Gorst, the 2 greatest at this play here. Skylar Woodward very good at it as well. Just so accurate. It looks like it's ball in hand for Gorst every time he plays that shot. Cross side. Does he have to pinch this a little bit, though? Or is he looking at the corner? Yeah, he's going to have to pinch it just a touch. Watch this in close range. See how easily he hits that? Close range, man. Within 1 inch to 3 inches of the cue ball to the object ball. There is nobody better than Gorst. It's that cue action. All right, now does he have to go up table with the cue ball here, or can he pinch this 6 ball to the side as well? Boy, can he really pinch that? Maybe I'm seeing it wrong. I feel like he's got to cross this ball. Okay, he's digging. So he definitely can. And will. It's the Gorst show. Playing for 2. I don't think he'll shoot the 8. He can shoot the 3, where it's pretty free. He wants to get on out, though. That's why he's considering the 8. He's just got to have a clear path. I don't know if the 9 ball is scaring him just a bit. Okay, he's stayed aggressive the entire match, and he's going to stay aggressive here to the 8. Knew he made it all along, caught it a little heavy. Once again, does the 1 go past the 9? Is he really snookered on the 3? He must be if he's looking at this. I don't feel like he's snookered on the 3, but maybe this angle misleading us. I guess he is snookered on the 3. It just looks like he can get to it. It's again close range. This will be the 3rd bank of the match. Very close range where he's got to manipulate the cue ball. And he's caught the 9 there. Yeah, it's going to be the 3 ball to the lower right. That's really all he's got. Tough to do at that speed. I don't know if he was trying to achieve a cue ball all the way up table or if he just felt more comfortable at that speed making the 3, but you were really never going to get away from leaving Gorst the 1 or the 5. And this is his bread and butter to the upper right. And I'll say it again, due to his cueing. There's nobody that stays more still over the ball than Gorst. There's nobody that finishes the cue through the tip and through the cue ball better than Gorst. And that's not up for debate. Gorst leading 2 games to 1. And it will be his break. And a big match for these two. You kind of get the feeling that, well, it's pretty obvious that one of these two could potentially be master of the table. I think Shane Van Boning would like to debate that. He seems like he's up for it this week after covering a match or 2 of his. I've taken note that Shane is wearing a hat. He'll tell you it's for aiming, but I'll tell you it's probably because he's losing his hair, like me. Father Time has never been defeated. That's a fact. It was Filler in the last rack that made 4 balls on the break. It was Gorst. The last time he broke dry. The 8 going way low again. He's fluked it into the upper left. That was not by design. He's trying to make the 1 on the side and the 8 in the right corner. Notice how he immediately goes to the 2. The straight back is his go-to. Is this going to trickle in? It is not. It's good to see the pocket holding some balls up here. Yeah, cross corner on the 3, potentially on the 5. I don't like the 6 straight back. Maybe the angle's different than I see it. He's close to it, so he can definitely turn it. Yeah, and he did turn it. No problem. Cross side on the 8. Could just come out of the lower right corner, back up to the top left side of the table here. That's what he's done. All out aggression. Same pocket, purple 4. Yeah, he's got to stiff this up just a touch. And look at the 3 to the upper right. Probably a little higher percentage for the 4. No, and he needs a hop, and he received it. So it's cross corner on the 3. Now he'll come down somewhere towards the 5 or the lower end of the table. Playing for 2, and I think he gets him. How did this finish? Can he not turn the 7 back to the lower right corner? Took a look at it. Never easy getting that last ball. So the 5 blocks the 9 to the right side. He's looked at the 7 a few times, doesn't like it. Going to the corner. I believe that will be the orange 5 if he goes up to the upper corner. Otherwise, I don't think you want to move the 7 by banking the 9 to the upper corner. Yeah, it's going to be the orange 5 to the upper right. He's going to have to elevate the cue here as he's staying level. Elevated. Tricky all along, and he's going to leave an opener here. Gorst favorite, the straight back. Pretty aggressive. These guys do not play defense in bank pool. There used to be a lot of it with the elite bank pool players, but now these guys are so good at attacking, they don't think about the defense very often. And why would you? They're used to playing on 4-inch deep shelved diamonds and racens. These look like bushel baskets to them. Would like to gain position on the 9 here. Yeah, I didn't really know what he was going to do with the cue ball. I'm just surprised that he just kind of stunned it back. Especially with Fedor needing 1. If it were me, which it's not, clearly, I would chip the 5 over towards the 7 and 9 off the right long rail with an inside ball. It's kind of like you're 2-railing the 5 over in front of those 2 balls. Try and get the cue ball up table. Josh will probably do something different. This is clean. Same result is what I was talking about. Actually, probably a little bit easier. How's the cue ball? My goodness. Yeah, is he going to cut the 5 here and just go back up? Watch out. You don't want to make it. Well done. Very well done. These are the part of the games that I enjoy. You've got options here. I think you just tickle the 5. You don't try to do much. Wow. I'm really surprised at the speed. Right away I was surprised. And boy, I sure hate to say a lack of knowledge. But you got to know at that pace that something's coming out. And not only that, can Fedor just stun forward to the bottom rail here? I think the 9 might bank. I don't know that he will, because the 7 does not, and he needs all of them. Could have just softly rolled up on those balls, though. Filler. Never a chance of giving anything up. Yeah, I think he's stunning. Uh-oh. 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 Worst case scenario there for Gorst. 7 stayed up. It's going to be the 9 to the upper left. I wouldn't have it any other way. I would like to see it go 2 apiece. I think we will. It is a little stretched. Yeah, and that's down the pipe. We are at 2 apiece, 1 game for all the mustard. And out of these 2 players, the guy at the table is the one that's breaking quite a bit better. I am your host, Scott Frost. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Truly appreciate it. Share away if you can. And you can like and subscribe as well. Yeah, Gorst, the wing ball going way low each time. Filler dialed in, at least last time, making 4 balls on the break. So keep your eye on the 1 to the left side and the 2 to the lower right corner. And there they go again. So this time 3 balls. He's going to get an opener on the 7, but he's kind of at the 50. Meaning he's either got to cut it to the side or cut it to the corner. It's going to be the side. It's going to carry position. So really, this is, in my opinion, a match-winning shot. Oh, and he just absolutely buried it. Now open on the 3. We'll have the 4 next. Oh, he can cross the 9 here? Okay, you can cross the 9. You can obviously go with the 4 as well to lower right. It's preference. It must feel good with the cue ball going up. I don't know that he's going to get out now. Yeah. I don't know that he would have gotten out from that position anyway, but he does have a 2-0 ball lead, which, yeah, it's kind of substantial. Not what he wanted. Really had a chance to run out there. It felt like maybe the 4 would have been the shot, but Gorst, once again, going to the upper right with the green 6. Can he do it one more time? All right, elevated in the back arm, so he's going to stiff it. Yes, he can, right in the gut. Unbelievable. Just the best I've ever seen straight back. Now going cross side, going to whiffle around with Whitey. This is a low outside ball or more center to outside. Don't need much low. Could crash into the 3 balls. Would like to avoid them. Oh, he's staying leveled out. Okay. I don't blame him. He's the best in the world at level. So that tells me he might hit it easier because the lower right corner is not available for anything. So he wants to stay below the 8, below these 3 balls. They're spotted. Unless he comes to the left side. Yeah, he's hit it with speed. So he ended up crashing into him anyway. Five on the table. Both players playing for 3. Gorst shooting the 3. How good is he at these straight backs? It's unbelievable. X-Pool Live. Xpool.live. Get your pass there. You can watch the main table all week and any other table you'd like. Gonna pinch this just a bit. Oh my. Oh my. Big sigh of relief as that fell. He caught it just a tick thick. Yeah, you do not want to be in Gorst. You do not want to be in Filler's position right now. And that's in the chair watching Gorst shoot straight backs. Not fun. Of course, it's going to be the upper right. He does have his choice. It could be the 8 or the 5. Typically, they're going to choose the ball that's closer to the cue ball just for accuracy. So I would expect it to be the 5. Long bridge here. This one could go awry with that long bridge. I don't expect it. But it did. We got action. Does this cover the 2 up? Oh, good clean living, Fedor. Good clean living. Been a good boy so far in 2026. It's going to be the black 8 to the upper right. Yeah, Fedor just makes those look easy. That tells you how hard they really are. Any type of side spin on that ball, you're going to throw the 8 one way or the other. That's exactly what Josh did. Gorst does not use the spin that people think. He is just off center, whether it's low or high, most of the time. Now playing rotation, most of the time he goes out of his way to use just outside the center ball. Playing bank pool, he's all around middle. Yeah, do you take this to the upper left corner? It's a thin hit, but I think it's pretty free with where the 9 is at. You just go up and down where his tip is now. Or is it just too chancy? hard to tell. I don't think you can swerve it back here to the lower left corner. Is a pretty thin hit. If you cross it to the upper left corner, very hard to cross it short. So he's going to be aware of that. It's a thin hit. Yeah. So maybe, to be fair in his defense, I think playing this. I don't really think he was going to the upper left corner there. Not with that speed. Yeah, a little bit of cat and mouse. Typically in these positions, I would favor Gorst to be the cat. Wants to get the two over the side. That'll do it. Nasty. Very nasty. Oh, that's dangerous. My goodness, that's dangerous. I would do the same thing, but I would try to get the cue ball away a little bit more. Okay, he's aware. He's played the game a time or two. Can he just call something to the upper right, or is he just doing some measuring? What's he looking at here? Am I seeing things? I don't believe the 5 plays past the 8. Maybe it's misleading, this angle I'm on. My goodness, I don't believe it. It must. He wouldn't shoot it. It must. Wow. Take it easy, Fedor Gorst. Extreme outside ball with an extreme thin hit there. What a hit. Best shot of the match, in my opinion. Maybe the angle a bit misleading. There was probably a little bigger gap, but there wasn't a lot. Yeah, one more look. Extreme outside ball there. Yeah, you'd like to roll this in. That'll work. Filler. Facing a monster. Watch out. Watch out. Okay. Well played. Might go twice to the lower left here. He's taking a gander. Yep, and he's called the lower left. I don't know that he'll end up shooting it. He's measuring things out. He'd like to be able to hold the cue ball up on the right side of the table, but boy, oh boy. He'd like to shoot it. It would be like a low outside ball. You want to hit just above the 9. Problem is, well, you're going to open those balls up regardless. Yeah, he's calling the lower left. And I think this is the right play. I've seen him play this ball before. I feel like that's a little high where his tip is there, because it's going to hold up pretty good off the second rail. But I think he's just looking at the line. He knows where to hit, obviously. But I believe he'll elevate the cue. Otherwise, you could lose the cue ball hot off the top rail. So he's going to have to dig into this just a bit, whether he uses a low outside or just a straight low, which makes the shot tougher. The outside will help it turn, so he is leveling out. Where's the cue ball finish leveled out? I feel like the cue ball could come back down here somewhere where the chalk's at. All right, going to the lower left. Okay, he tricked us. Good decision, I believe. Now it's up to Filler. Do you want to gamble? You're not going to win the game with where the 9 is at. And that's why Fedor, I believe, is the best in the world at the defensive style. He plays the numbers very, very well. Now, you could win if you can somehow keep the cue ball high, meaning if you could pinch the 5 into the upper left, keep the cue ball high to where you can cross the 2 into the lower left corner and make the 9 at the same time, then the 9 spots, and you'd probably have a cross side. Is that asking too much? Potentially. Could play this 4 rails and send the cue ball back up to kind of like a free side. I just don't know if that's what you want to do when you need all 3. I feel like it's now or never, but I don't know how you keep the cue ball high for the 2 cross corner. That's really the only way you want to play it. Otherwise, it's duck soup for Gorst. Or you could just chip the 5, 1, 2, using the left long rail first, over into this little cluster of balls down here on the lower right. You don't have to go right now. It's a pretty simple safety. Just send the cue ball back up towards the right top diamond or in between them two. You know you can get the 5 over below the 2 or around it. Just an inside ball, maybe even towards the middle diamond or where the chalk is at now. I feel like very tough to pinch the 5, hold the cue ball from beating the kiss with a low ball to the upper left. Yeah, you don't have to go. You're not forced to go. It's very tough to win from here with the 9 where it's at. The only way I would shoot the 5 is if I knew I could keep the cue ball somewhere where the 5 is or on that line. Could shoot the 2 into the 9 and stun over, send the two rails back up table, but that's a lot going on there. It's going to the upper left. It's going to pinch it. It's steep, very steep. Could easily crash into the 5. Yeah, now looking at the four-railer that I touched on, I believe. And it's pretty free if he gets the 5 down here enough, but easy to lose the speed here. Oh, he's lost the cue ball. This is disaster. Absolute disaster. Gorst with an open look to move on. Yeah, I think he just had a mental block there. A lot of overthinking on the 5 can oftentimes drive the brain into the ground. Because if you're going to play the four-railer, I think you use a high ball to get up top. Been the better player in this match, in my opinion. Fedor Gorst. Does all the work from above. What a big shot this is. Just short. We still have action, and, well, the cue ball's finished awful tough, but he does have a bank on the 5. Can the back arm hold steady for one big shot? If he could bury the 5 to the upper left, you see what's next. This is a game that you have to commit, though. You can't go two-way or make a play like that. In these scenarios, you just have to commit if you're offense. Any negativity going through the mind, well, what if this happens or what if that happens? It's disaster. He's going to the 6. So that tells me that he's a little weary or leery of the result. And I think that that's kind of a bad decision. Now looking at the 5. Yeah, Fedor has Josh questioning himself. In Josh's defense, rightly so. Okay, how do you protect the cue ball here? Yeah. Off the air was that. Really, the last 2 plays were pretty questionable, all due to the cue ball from Gorst. Going to the side, and he can just park the cue ball here on the right long rail, playing for 1. Into round number 9 without a loss. It's been a great match. I am grateful to be able to be a part of it with everybody else. Wow. It is so hard to get that last ball oftentimes, and we are a long way from over. You can tell how badly both of these guys want it. Big shot here. It's been a while. Boy, he just cinched it. Thought he might just stun just a bit to play the 6 in the upper left, cross corner. So now, still a long ways from over, because Josh is not going to spear this to the lower left and draw the cue ball. So even if he makes the 6, we've got more to go. Speed better be right as well. Yeah, and he's hit it way long, tentative in the swing. Never thought I'd say that with Fedor, but it's happening. In the back of his mind, he didn't want to bank it short. So then it just goes way wide. Gorst with the bread and butter to the upper right. But now he's thinking about the blue too. And I can't blame him. You got to really trust your fundamentals here, and that's what Fedor's great at, under the gun. That's what all the hard work and training is for. Don't forget, do us a favor, xpool.live. That's where you can get your TV table pass and the rest of the tables. Does he elevate here and just kind of turn the 6 a little bit? Or does he stay level? It's hard to stay level with the 2 where it's at. Yeah, so he's going to elevate. Makes this a lot more difficult. Easy to overturn this a little bit once you start to elevate the cue. That side spin starts to act real heavy. Both of these guys feeling the steam just a bit. I like to see it. But you got to bet on the guy that wins it, potentially winning the master of the table. And that's long, and I touched on it. Where's the cue ball? Where is the cue ball? Oh my goodness gracious, he has lost it into the upper left. And this was all due to the overcut. Hard to believe he could scratch in that upper left corner. Joshua Filler now an immediate favorite. Yeah, both of these guys now starting to really feel the heat. Understandable. That's what people have to realize is the master of the table. It's another 20,000 up top. Going to the upper left. He struggled with the straight back. Wow, long again. I mean, just not even close. I mean, not even close. He's been wide multiple times. Fedor really got Josh a bit weak, and I don't know that I'd ever say that. But it's true. Going to the upper right here. I make him a favorite to bury this. Oh, not even close either. They're feeling the steam. That's actually finished pretty good for Fedor. Really good for Fedor. You can't do anything with the 2 unless you want to play it 3 to the right side with a free cue ball, but not even then. 6, 2 to the right side is suicide with the blue 2 where it's at. So I think you've just got to knock this away. You might be able to play it 2 to the right side, but if the speed's off, you're going to leave Gorst straight back. Both players showing a lot of respect for one another now. Can you get the bridge and bank this to the upper left? And you're just going to roll on it. Wow, this has turned into what we would like to call a nail biter. I'm sure there's a few dollars on the side here. Yeah, I don't know that you want to leave him parallel with the 6. Then you're going to have to shoot away. Gorst will make the green 6 in the lower right. He knows that. You're left-handed. You can stretch over to the table and just leave him on top of it. Yeah, I would not leave him straight. Okay. I don't know that I'd leave him there either. He's got a free look at the upper right, right? believe he can elevate. He's very good at it. And just leave the cue ball there, sending the 6-2 rails towards the upper right, but he's just going to leave him on top. Noticed a little weakness. Wow, neither one of these guys looking at the free bank to the upper left with the bridge. I guess it's a very long reach, though. A very long reach. You'd probably have to have about a 12-foot bridge. That's too thin where he's aiming there. He's trying to reach it, to play it to the upper left. And just hold the cue ball down here somewhere. He can check it up. Yeah, that's real thin. Yeah, he needs to get over more. Don't blame him. I would be surprised if Fedor left him parallel with the 6. He's gonna. I'm a little surprised. Now Josh gonna walk around, take a look. But I believe if you just leave him right there, just left of the right diamond, it's gonna kind of put Fedor in between. Maybe he doesn't want to make it, though. Maybe Fedor would have a free straight back to the lower right. I don't believe he will, though. You could lay it up into the corner. That's also dangerous, right? So you'd still want to kind of get your cue ball where you want it. Oh, is he looking to leave the cue ball where the 6 is? Oh, my. You've got to be sure that the side pocket's in play when you're doing this. Because if you can get the cue ball to the upper right corner, the 2 and 5 are not a threat, and that's what he's looking at now. So he's left a bank. Fedor might just have to elevate a little bit to beat the left side pocket. Wow. I think it was much bigger value to go another 2 cue balls to the right. Put him on the kiss line versus this. He can level out. Well, he's hit it long. Funny things happening here. Game number 5. Straight back, he has not been successful historically with this play, but this line's a little bit different. He doesn't have a lot of room to work with, therefore he's going to use some speed, and typically Josh, when cueing with speed, he's pretty accurate. Yeah, and he's going to bury that one. He's playing for 1. And what will it be? This is a long way from over. I am not on site, but you can imagine the people that are surrounded around this table right now. Going forward with the 2 to the lower left with power. And I think it has to be the 2. You can get the cue ball kind of out and away, but you can also put the right stroke on it. Nice and firm. I think the 5, you've kind of got to elevate just a bit. You don't really want to have to do that. And a high ball opens the pocket up as well, makes it a little bit bigger. Even at pace. Open bridge. Oh, this is way long. And a big crash on turn number 3. Well, more drama. The 2 hangs up in a corner. If it didn't, could have proven disastrous. Not as much pressure on this straight back for Gorst. I expect him to knock it in. Then potentially corner hook filler with the 2. Yeah, he's going to cross the face of it, so he's going to catch it thick. He's caught it heavy. He's caught it heavy. Yeah, I'm a bit on the edge of my seat as well, if you haven't been able to notice. Ah, very good hit there. It's going to be 4 rails, but that's about the best you could ask for in this position. Is it tough to get the cue ball out and away? Yeah, I don't blame him here. Get this ball in play. Do you go for the corner hook? He did go for it. Just real chancy. You don't want to follow that ball in. Not even looking at the 5. I really can't blame him. He's going to the upper left with the 8. All right, he shot this ball a few times like this. He should have called it twice to the lower left. Playing a cue ball all along. And very well done. All right, does the back arm hold up here? It's going to level out and go forward on the green 6 to the upper left. Definitely seems a little more uncomfortable, but he is the best in the world at this bank. There is no question. Oh, just a big miss hit there. Got options. I believe he can hold the 5 without any problem to the upper left. If he goes at the 6, it tells me something. I mean, he could go at the 6 and the 5 stays tough, right? And that's probably the only thing he's thinking about, and that's what this game will start to do to you. It'll play tricks on your mind. Yeah, he's in between, and this is where you start to, when do you really commit versus just sticking to your gut instinct? It's such a massive part, especially in bank pool. Yeah, we know you're going to the upper left. Which ball is it? It's the green 6. That's short. That's short. My goodness. What is going on? Cross corner to the upper right. Been thick the last few times. He knows he's got to overcut this. Playing for 2. And he's got it in, I believe. Never mind. Thick again. This is makeable to the upper left, and he will shoot it this time. Does it have the speed? What is really happening here? Tentative. Both guys, extremely. It's understandable, been there a billion times. Kind of funny here, though. You roll the 6 in, Josh will potentially... he doesn't want to bring the 5 into play, so he's going to go with the 6 no matter what. 6 to the upper right now. Don't think that finished exactly where he wanted it. Excuse me, the 2 to the upper right. He didn't want to leave that much of the cue ball for filler. Wanted to catch more of the 6. Playing for 1. Short. He will roll the blue 2 in. Thought he would roll that in. He must not feel comfortable trusting the equipment, because now you can dig on this with a low outside ball and cross it to the lower right corner. You can also dig on it and bank it to the upper right corner, and that's what he's going to do. Whether you like it or not, that cue ball could have finished up in the jaws and made life much more difficult. Oh, he's overcut this, so Gorst knew what he was doing all along. He's earned another look. I did not expect to see this out of these two. Clearly got a lot of respect for one another. I know that. Two of the greatest to ever live. But you can just feel the tension between the two of them. You really can, because there's more that weighs just on this match. Right? You don't want that first loss. In this format, it proves to be massive. Going to the lower right corner. Oh, and he's hit it sweet. Does it hold? Wow. So the same scenario, just reversed. Now the 6 hanging up. Oh, he's shooting it head on. He's not been good to the upper left corner, so I don't blame him. Try something different. Slightly elevated. You going to pound it? Sure is. 3 to the lower left. Didn't call that. Well, do you have the stones to play the 5 in the lower left and draw the cue ball into the 6? He's not playing the 5. Wow. Thought he would at least play the 5 and then just tickle in behind the 6 there. Good cue ball. Can't argue with it. You really can't argue with it. Right where he wanted the snow. He's got to feather this. Watch the upper left corner. Watch the lower right corner. Oh, what a great hit. Yeah, really a good hit regardless. Another rotation out of the cue ball, and it's big time. I just get the feeling he might bury this one. Leveled out, so scared to elevate. Leveled out again. I think Josh has had about 5 or 6 shots. Is this the time? Fedor just can't buy the ball. Just short. I mean, just short. What is happening, boys? This is bank pool at its finest. If you've ever played it, you know how you can miss it by just by a hair. Going cross corner to the upper right. The 8 is not frozen. It's got to be accurate here. Too thin, it's in the drink. Too thick, double kissed. How about Swisher Sweet? Gorst with position now. Did it go too far? He's acting as if it did. Can he drag it to the upper left corner here? What a great shot there. One more time. xpool.live. That's where you can get your TV table pass. And your pass for the rest of the tables. Support the Derby City Classic, please. I feel like you can drag this into the upper left. He doesn't want to have to shoot the 3 railer. A lot of guesswork going into the 3rd rail. Low inside ball to the upper left. Is it just too close to the rail? The 5. Yeah, he's looking at the 3 railer. Going to the lower right corner. Hill. They each need 1. It's going to have pocket speed regardless, I believe. Oh, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. Swisher Sweet Gorst will advance. What a big match that was. Gorst will advance into round 9. No losses. Fedor had his chances. And he will go to the B side. take another look. You couldn't hit it any better. Fedor Gorst on to round 9, 0 losses. That makes him, in my opinion, tough to beat going forward. Shane Van Boning might have other decisions to make, but until then, we'll be back very shortly. Thank you all for tuning in. Do me a favor, share the stream. Go to my Facebook page for updates. Thanks a lot. I am in the French Riviera, and I will be back soon.